Our third Grand Marshal joining us, the man who is about as busy as it gets. Not to steal your thunder, Mike Tirico here. You'll be in Green Bay before the Lions even kick off today.
Pretty darn close to kickoff the game there, yeah. Finish the parade route, hop on a plane, get to Green Bay, and tonight right here on Local 4 at 8 o'clock. I can also tell you this, the start of our game tonight, you do not want to miss.
Oh.
The whole Thanksgiving for the NFL is the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration honoring the great late coach. We've got a real special treat. I'll give our viewers a sneak peek. The Madden Cruiser that John traveled around the country in is at Lambeau Field.
Oh,
it's at the Hall of Fame all year round.
It's
at Lambeau Field for tonight. There's a very special open, so be there at 8 o'clock, and you'll see a very special tribute to John. And the Thanksgiving at Lambeau is pretty good. Second best to being here.
And well, listen, you've got the best of both worlds.
You're right. I started here and end there.
Yeah. So, I mean, to get the call to be the Grand Marshal, what was that like for you? You've had so many life experiences, but this one's really unique.
I kept wondering, you're trying to get somebody else, right? I mean, I don't need to be here. You don't need me here. It's quite an honor. This feels like such a great local event.
Yeah.
And, you know, to be honest, I was not born here. My wife is from here. It's why we've lived here for 25 years. Our kids are born and raised here through Ann Arbor schools. And all of a sudden, I'm now a Michigander.
Yeah.
And this is home. And when people say, where are you from? I say Michigan.
Yeah.
And this has become the place I've lived the longest, the place I love the most, all of our friends. And I was honored and thrilled to be a part of one of the great traditions that I never get to experience because I'm always somewhere doing a game.
Yeah.
So it's my first parade. It's a pretty good way to do your first
parade.
parade.
Right. I was going to say, now we figure out a way to get you here every year.
I know. We just need to move the Lions game to prime time. That's all.
That's perfect. You know, and it's easy to jump on the Michigan bandwagon, almost the same as it is the Lions bandwagon. What are your impressions as the season goes along? They're dealing with injuries, and yet Dan Campbell just gets this team ready every week.
Every single week. There's a consistency, a steadiness. We were in a meeting. I won't give away the team or the player. We go every week to the NFL Sunday night game. We get there on Friday. We meet with the teams, to the home team and the visitors. And randomly, back-to-back weeks, somebody said, yeah, you know, we saw them. We watched them play Detroit. By the way, that team's really, really good.
Just threw that in there.
Everybody around the league the last 2 years has taken notice how special this team is, the build here. And this is something people now say, hey, if we can do this like the Lions are doing, or similar to what Detroit's building up there. So it really has caught the nation's attention and the league's attention as well.
Well, you have been a part of sports for a long time, and to hear that about the Detroit Lions is very unique.
It's incredible, right? It's hard to believe. I remember when I wasn't doing the NFL games on Thanksgiving, I'd come here with my son, and it was just to see Peyton Manning be great, or some other quarterback, Favre, whoever, Rodgers. Well, hey, we'll watch one of the best players. The Lions are going to try, but they're not going to win, right? And now it's turned so much, and the Lions are the team that saved Thanksgiving this year. Remember when people used to say, why are the Lions on every Thanksgiving? Now it's, thank goodness the Lions. Can you move that later so we can enjoy it in the afternoon?
Crazy that it flips, and now they're like, oh, the Cowboys? We have to watch the Cowboys and what they're going through?
Meals are being moved today. Meals are being moved during the Cowboy game because nobody really needs to see that game. And it's on the station. And stay awake for the primetime game tonight on Local 4.
Well, give us some perspective. You're an analyst. So, I mean, we watch week after week. The Lions keep winning, and they were talking Super Bowl. That's fair in your eyes? And what do you see on our schedule that could be a hiccup?
Well, 1,000% is legit. They were a half from the Super Bowl last year, the second half in San Francisco. They are as good as any team in the league. You cannot forecast injuries. I warn people, there's a third of the season left.
Right.
Only 2/3 of the way through. And then you've got 2 games to get through if you're a number 1 seed to get to the Super Bowl. So there's a long road ahead. But they're built for winning games on the road, winning games outside, running, throwing, stopping them with pass defense. The only concern is, can they rush the passer against a really good offensive line? If there's a team to be worried about right now, Philadelphia. We saw them last Sunday night on Sunday Night Football.
They're coming on.
Very good and a physical team. A Philly-Detroit championship game would be an epic game.
How would Chris Collinsworth say it? My guy got it. This is Jerry Goff. I love this Jerry. He's just so amazing.
You know, you got Round over there. She's the star. But then there's a guy. Jason. He just comes in. He shows up with the glasses, the hair, the jackets, the look, the whole deal. This guy, I'd love to hang out with this guy. There you go.
Can you, you know, you seem like you have the dream job. We work work in this industry. Just describe like a day in your life. Over the course of a year, we see you all over the world broadcasting.
Well, during the fall, my dream job is watching you all at 6 a.m. because that's my quiet hour to get stuff done. And you guys are on. I love watching everybody and Kim and the whole group. You guys laugh and fun. It's like a family. I have my coffee with you, so I'm actually overdressed for being around the two of you right now. But then you work at home during the week. You travel on the weekends to the Sunday night game, and then later on in the year, it's different sports. Olympic years are very different, and we'll have the NBA coming up starting next fall.
Yeah, so congrats on that.
If we can just get the Pistons rolling now.
I thought I heard you do maybe like hockey one time.
I did a few hockey games. I got challenged by a boss. Can you do hockey? I said, sure, I can. And then 3 months later, he called and said, okay, you're going to get some games. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Is that Mike Tirico?
It was really good to be scared at 53 years old.
There you go. It's always up for a new challenge.
But somehow we survived. So.
Congratulations on the Grand Marshal again.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
It's such an honor, and congrats to Local 4. What the station does top to bottom, not just Thanksgiving and the parade, but for the community on a regular basis, the newscast in the communities. Like, it's so great to be part of the NBC family and kind of corporate cousins with all you guys.
And also being a part of a Michigan family. We're glad to call you our own.
It's an honor. I love it, and thank you all. It's great watching you all every morning.
Feel free to take us to break.
What is coming up next?
I think we got a live
Are we going to look from above? We're going to look at the turkey truck? Oh, we are looking at people eating breakfast. We are right here in the Brakeman, enjoying the morning, getting ready for the parade coverage, America's Thanksgiving Parade, coming up here on Local 4 a little bit later. And don't forget the Sunday Night Football Thanksgiving edition in Green Bay at 8 Eastern.
They're all watching themselves on TV.
Hey, hello.
Look at us. Look at us.
Say hi, folks. Good morning. We're here. Happy Thanksgiving. These guys will be back. I won't be. I'll have one of their Bloody Marys.